Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to talk with you about 7 things that money can do for you. So please listen up. Okay, the first thing that money does for you is that it gives you options. Look, there's a difference between having $10 in the bank and $10 million in the bank. When you have $10 in the bank, you really can't do that much. You can buy a few things, but you can't buy that much. Now, if you had $10 million in the bank, you could buy almost everything, because money gives you options. The second thing that money can do is that it gives you peace of mind. Look, if you're sick and you can't go to work, but you have money in the bank, it helps you to know that you can provide for your family. Or let's say you have 6 months of savings and you want to transition in your life. Maybe you wanted to move on to a different job, or you wanted to switch careers, or you wanted to do something different. That 6 months of savings buys you a peace of mind that allows you to work on yourself. It allows you to take time so you can do things that will elevate your soul. Or maybe you want to pass on an inheritance. Perhaps you have property, or you have assets, or a business you want to pass on to your family. Maybe you even have life insurance. That money will allow you to buy the peace that they need within the time that they're given. So yes, money can afford you to have a peace of mind. The third thing that money can do is that it can help the helpless. Perhaps you're walking down the street. You see some homeless people on the floor. You open up your wallet and you see a wad of cash. You say, you know what? You get a 20, you get a 20, you get a 20, you get a 20. Having the ability to help someone who cannot help themselves not only makes them happy, but it also makes you happy in the end. Now imagine if you're walking down the street and you see those people, you can't help them because you don't have money. Of course, a lot of times they might curse you, they're gonna get mad, maybe you might even get mad at yourself. But allow that to be the motivation that forces you to earn more money so you can help those who cannot help themselves. Now, the fourth thing that money can buy is luxury. Now, I know this might seem obvious. You might say, Daniel, you know what? If I had money, I would buy that couch. I would buy that house. I would have that car. But why do you have to rub it in our face? I mean, we already know this stuff. Well, the reality is that you have to put yourself in a position to want those things, right? You cannot just acquire a couch or buy a house or have the car that you want without having a stronger desire for it. And so what I want to do is I want to encourage you, because if there's anything that you want that you see is already in existence, I want you to know you can have it, right? The houses are already made. The car is already established. The places you want to go already exist. If you want to travel and you don't have the money, start by doing research, right? Look at the map, look at the flights, look at what it costs, and decide for yourself that this time next year, you will afford the ability to book that vacation. Or even do what I did. I saw a brand new vehicle and I said to myself, I've got to have it. I have to have it in that color. I have to have it in that year. I was so specific about it. And I don't care if anyone told me that it was dumb to buy a secondhand car. I don't care if people were telling me that this color would be $10,000 more. I said to myself, I absolutely have to have it because I have money and I have that option. I have the ability to buy the luxury I want with no questions asked. And so because I've built my business over all the years, I came to the point that now I was going to buy the car that I actually desired. Because money allows you to become a better version of yourself. It forces you to test your desires. It forces you to get the skills you must acquire, and it forces you to do everything in your life that is required. Okay, so the fifth thing that money can do is that it will allow you to either walk into or walk away from certain opportunities. There's gonna be a lot of times where you have to say yes because that job will give you money, right? That opportunity will provide you assets so that you can keep on building. But once you have a certain amount of money, you can always say no. You can always decline that opportunity. You can always say, you know what, sir, that looks great, but I'm working on something right now that will help me to propel into the person that I need to become in the future. You can decline opportunities because you have money, but you also can accept more opportunities because you have money. For example, if you have hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in the bank, you can actually go to a business and buy into that business and receive cash flow from it, right? You can partner up because you have that access to cash. You see, having wealth is amazing because your money can allow you to buy into certain opportunities, and it can also allow you to deny certain opportunities. Now, the sixth thing that money can do for you is that it can afford quality family time. Now, I know you might be saying, well, Daniel, you know what? If you are working for all that money and you have that big house and you have all these things, you might not have the time to enjoy it. And that can be true for certain people, but I'm not talking about the people who are always working for money. No, I'm talking about the people who allow money to work for them. You see, money is working for me because the assets that I've created generates cash flow. That means I could be hanging out with my family, having a good time, and I could look at my phone and see money hitting my account. Because money is a tool that I'm using to work on my behalf. I'm not there at the business spending time away from my family. No, I'm with my family spending time away from the business. And that's the difference. You see, I'm in control of the business. The business is not in control of me. I'm also in control of my family. My family is not in control of me. Now, they might ask me for things to do in both regards, right? The business might ask me for certain things that I might have to go to it. And also my family might ask me for certain things and I might have to go to them. But I'm not being pulled in a way where I'm totally out of control and I don't know where to go. No, I have control of both elements. I have control of my people and I have control of my process. And it is the process that gives me the profits so I can enjoy with my people. And the seventh thing that money can do for you is that it can help you to develop your talents. I believe that this is the most important thing because without having talents and gifts and skills and abilities, you can't do any of the things that I mentioned earlier. And in the beginning of your development, you have to know first what your talent is and what you need to do so you can take it to the next level and serve other people with it. Because your talent will take you to a place you never even could have expected. Your talent will put you in front of men and women of importance. When you invest in your talents, other people will invest in it too. Because what you do when no one is watching will result in what you see when everyone is applauding. What you do behind the scenes will help you to accomplish your greatest dreams. And your talents will allow you to have more access, more fame, more status, more happiness. Now you might be saying, well, Daniel, look, when you have more success, come on now, you have more responsibilities, you have more problems, more concerns, more challenges. And it's absolutely true. Because if you want to have something great, you also have to become a great person. If you want to become a millionaire, you have to do the things that millionaires actually do. You cannot have $1 million salary with a minimum wage work ethic. No, my friends, you have to have a $10 million work ethic if you want to make $1 million and level up from there. But you have to start with where you are because a lot of people of talents start from the bottom. When I began, I was at the bottom. I was confused, I was lost, I was broken, I was disconnected. But what I realized is that if I invest in my talents, eventually I will develop them to a point where other people will invest in my talents for me. They will pay to see me perform, and that's exactly what they do. They want to pay for all the results I produce because of the thousands and thousands of hours I performed when no one was watching, when people were doubting, when everyone was walking away and denying me from certain opportunities. So what can you do to invest in your talents today so it can take you to the place that you want to be tomorrow? So there you go, my friends. This is Daniel Alley, and I just shared with you 7 things that money can buy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and please turn on your notifications so I can keep on sending you videos just like this one. I look forward to your success, I look forward to your prosperity, I look forward to everything that you do for the rest of humanity. If you have any questions, please write me an email at info@danielalley.com. I look forward to seeing you in the next video and I wish you much success in the end. See you again, my friend.